taking a bit of time just to calm myself, just to sort of reflect on my thoughts on the game and just think about what I'm going to talk about in this video. And there are a lot of things I want to talk about, a lot of things I want to say. So we'll get straight into it, shall we? Bristol City 0, Blackburn 1. That's where we'll start. What a truly awful display, and a bit of a reality check, a bit of a punch in the gut as well, and a bit of a okay, that's where we're at. That's where we're truly as. That's the worst we can be without our star players, without our big players who have played a lot of minutes for Bristol City in these past few years. That's where we're at, and that was a real reality check. It was for Bristol City, and it was a quite brutal one as well. Blackburn were with a better team, and from a Bristol City perspective, we did not get anywhere close to them. That is a problem. That is ultimately a problem. We didn't get close to them. We didn't offer anything going forward. We just looked completely deprived of any real ideas going forward. And don't even get me started defensively. Defensively, yet again, especially in that first half. Oh my goodness me, we were atrocious. It was so obvious. What Blackburn were going to do, and we just didn't do anything to stop it. We'll sort of go into the nitty-gritty bits of the thing. The big issue, the big issue, obviously, is the injuries. Because look, if you're a neutral watching this, you're probably just it's just making an excuse for losing a home game, or they've not had a shot on target. Nope, genuinely, I'm not. You've not got Jason Knight in there, who is your best player and your captain. You've not got Max Bird in there, who is your left-footed midfielder, who is the only left-footed midfielder in the football club. You've not got Joe Williams in there, who's another different profile in the middle of the park. You've now not got Neto Borges. You've now not got Cameron Pring. That's two of your your top two wing backs. So that's what we've deployed them as. Neto Borges in particular, who I'm not sure I'm comfortable to say he's a particularly brilliant wing back. Probably better suited as a centre back, but that's up to Struber, I guess. You've not got now Mark Sykes, who went to hospital straight after the game, so we had to play the game and with 10 men. Obviously, hopefully he has a speed recovery. Same with Neto Borges, and then in defence, well, Zach Viner's going to have to play in midfield because no midfielders, no McNally, no Atkinson as well. So Hayden Roberts having to play there, who's not made a start so far this season. No Josh Stokes either. No Harry Cornick. It's an absolute mess. It is an absolute hot pile of stinking mess that, well, the international break can't come soon enough. I'm really not looking forward to Watford away, and, well, if you're going, best of luck. Hope you have a good day, because that is going to be, don't expect much is what I'm going to say. What a stink! What a stinker of a day. But did I expect much better? Did I expect much better? Yes, much better. Yes, but I expect much more. I don't know what I expected, actually. So I'll take back that much better comment. I don't know what I expected from this Bristol City team. Obviously, Neto Borges goes out injured in the first half, and then Mark Sykes goes off injured later on in the game, so we're having to end the game with 10 because we've used our 3 windows. Mark Sykes had to come on in place of Neto Borges, which means that this season so far we've obviously deployed McCrory or Sykes, sort of interchange between them, and it's been done quite cleverly. Both good players. But now, obviously, that meant McCrory moved to the left-hand side, Sykes played on the right-hand side, and then Sykes is the one now as well. So, who's going to play where? Who is genuinely going to play wing-back? Is it going to be Elijah Morrison? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. He's just going to thrust Elijah in there. You're going to maybe start a midfielder, maybe start a youngster in midfield, maybe Meerholtz, and then move Zach Viner back, and then move Hayden Roberts into the wing-back positions. Something like that, potentially. I don't know what Struber's got up his sleeve, because Sykes has gone to hospital. Sykes obviously went straight to hospital after the game, so it doesn't look like he'll be available for Watford. might not might not be available after the international break either. And my goodness me, this international break can't come soon enough for City. There are so many players desperate, so desperate to have them back. It is unreal. In terms of the game itself, it feels a little bit irrelevant, but the game sort of summed up where we are as a state right now. Yeah, just sums us up at the moment. A real lack of any quality, a real lack of competitiveness. It felt like against the Blackburn side, who are down there. Yeah, they've won a couple of games in a row, and they beat Leicester away. They beat Southampton at home. Not easy games, but still, we didn't lay a glove on them. We just allowed them to have the territory, allowed them to possession. Yeah, we've done that this season. Southampton at home, Birmingham at home. We've done that this season, but we've sprung on the counter attack and we've looked threatening on the counter attack. Forget looked threatening on the counter attack. We looked like we had an idea of what to do on the counter attack. And look, the personnel up top hasn't changed. In fact, we've got a nice array of options up there. We've got Armstrong, we've got Miulu, you've got Reese, those are the three strikers. You've got Twine, Mehmeti, who are playing all right at the minute. Mehmeti is Twine. When Twine's at it, he'll get 2-3 goal contributions per game. If Twine's not at it, you barely notice he'll play. And every time he does get the ball, he'll probably give it away in the final third. That's the sort of game Scott Twine has when he's not at it. But today was definitely a not at it Scott Twine. You have options there going forward, and they've been pretty consistent all season, haven't they? The three going forward. Surely that's got to be the target. That's got to be the message. Right, guys, we're depleted pretty much everywhere. Your forward line has been pretty decent so far this season, so use them on the break, on the counter attack, and we just did not use them in the right way at all. And look, I get it. You don't have some personnel in there who will be integral parts of what Struble want to do. No Atkinson, no Knight, no Bird, no Williams. You're having to play Mark Sykes and McCrory both at the same time. It's not ideal, right? And it's not ideal for Struber, I get it. And it will hamper how the system plays out, how we play and carry out specific instructions, which we probably would have worked on in training. But that does not mean that just completely no identity within the team, that there's just completely, we don't know what we're doing. And that really annoyed me. That really infuriated me. And look, this could just be completely correlated to the injuries. But if not, then this is a real sort of concern. Even if the players, Knight, Bird, Atkinson, whoever comes back, if even then still seeing issues with, what are we doing on the ball? So tonight, counter-attacking wise, we sat in first half, and we obviously tried to spring on the counter attack, but there was no outlet. There was no runners in behind. It was all so slow. It was all very, jog along, no runners in behind, and things we've been good at this season, getting runners in behind, causing problems to defenders. And if that doesn't come off, we'll win a throw-in. We'll win a bit of territory of the pitch and, just get off the pitch a little bit. And we just didn't do any of that. It was long, aimless balls to Emil Reese, and poor guy was so isolated. It was unreal. He wasn't particularly effective, but what could he have done, Emil Reese? Could he have done? Sinclair Armstrong came on, and he's probably a little bit better suited to what we were doing, but he also was ineffective. The attack didn't click, and it was just so poor. Another thing I'll add, defensively, shocking first half. I will say that, and I do really think that we were opened up quite a few times. Obviously, we didn't concede 5 like we did at Stokes. That's a bit of an improvement, but there were moments you could just see what was going to happen. And if Blackburn just had that little bit of quality in them and just a little bit more cutting edge, they'd have scored more goals. And it's mainly down to poor finishing plus poor decision making on the Rovers side. That meant we were quite lucky. It was 1-0, especially at half time. The fact that they scored in the 49th minute, so 45 plus 4, something like that, probably just typified how poor their finishing was, Rovers. And yeah, it's another game, 2 games running, where the opposition's right-hand side versus the common denominator, which is our left-hand side, has been really targeted and really been ripped apart. So it was Neto Borges and Rob Atkinson against Shamado and Manhove against Stoke. Conceded 5 to that. And it was Albiusu, who was a real problem, Morshita as well, against for Blackburn against Borges, McCrory, so 2 of them, and Hayden Roberts, who was, I said about Hayden Roberts, the better. He's probably one of a couple, maybe couple of Bristol City players who are in the starting 11, against Blackburn, who probably shouldn't be the starting 11 for Bristol City if all was good in the world and everyone is available and not injury free. Unfortunately, we are very, very, very far from that particular fantasy. Hayden Roberts loses his man. I think it's Morshita gets past him, and then puts it across. Yahashi scores. Yahashi has a volley before that in the first half, which is smartly connects. Yahashi loves a goal against us, doesn't he, Yahashi? Which is saved by Vitek. Albiusu again got down their right hand side, just powered down the right hand side. Completely blazes past his man and puts a very dangerous ball across that we thankfully don't concede from. But yeah, it's the same problems. And if it was for better finishing, it would have been a more comfortable margin of victory for Rovers. But thankfully, it wasn't. And in the second half, in particular, when you really need reaction at 1-0 down, we did not get one. There was a 5-minute little spell at the start. We got a couple of corners, a couple of set pieces, but apart from that, it was so lackluster, so little, and that really, I'll say, it pissed me off. Really pissed me off. Where you're 1-0 down, you're at home, you're chasing a game. Obviously, the crowd aren't happy, and it's just so embarrassing when the crowd are singing attack, 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 attack. Like, what the hell is that? So we look so tepid. Lukewarm is probably the way I describe us. Just so, slow, and just so, didn't look like scoring at any point in the game. Could have been there till Sunday when we scored. So poor from Bristol City, and I would say put that under the carpet and move on. But some real concerns that this might not be a 3-game thing. This might be a 5, 6, more than that thing where we're going to have to just bear this out until our injuries are back. And again, it's not just a case of injuries back, everything's fixed. They're going to take a little bit of time to get gelled, even if, particularly their longer term, like Knight, Bird, Williams, McNally, potentially when he comes back, Fring. This is going to be a really taxing period for Bristol City, and it's just so unfortunate. This is also in the winter where the game density is immense and it is incredibly taxing for those boys already. So what's below bare bone, because that's where we are at the moment. There's not much more I can say, really. What I will finally say is I'm a little bit concerned that if that's the sort of level of performance we're going to put up in terms of just what we try to do on the ball, well, that's going to have to improve massively, or we've slipped out of the top 7. We'll keep going, and I anticipate a few more slips down the table for now because of our personnel problems. And yeah, Watford away is going to be very, very interesting, and I'm really not looking forward to that on the Friday night. How depressing! What a depressing turn it's become after Birmingham. It was all, my God, this team can find different ways of winning and stuff like that. And even during that run, I was a bit like, performances aren't, particularly convinced by them, but we're getting results and stuff like that. And maybe that plus injuries has maybe caught up to us, and we're sort of struggling with that now. You tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below on this slightly waffly match review for Bristol City now, Blackburn 1, but definitely nowhere near a crisis on the pitch. Crisis injury-wise, yes, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, but we'll have to suck it up, I'm afraid, and move on with our lives and think about how we can win football games, because we need to do that very soon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you all later in the next one. Cheers.